things, but for emphasis. At what stage do you go on medication? So you start having BP, there's a stage on which you now go on medication. Then at what stage, or can you stop medication when BP is now stable? Over a reasonable time, your BP has become stable, and you are bothered, saying that you should no longer be on the medication, even if adjusted. Or could that be a function of if the doctor hastily puts you on medication, instead of ensuring that your BP you still have been looked at? Because I hear that once you go on the medication, and to stop, like you said, it's also something you need to look at. Then, of course, you said, sorry, did you get that? Or do you want me to just stay there? I said, at what stage do you go on medication? Having BP challenges after a while, the doctor says you're on medication. Then, if your BP has been stable for some time, reasonably, because you have advised don't on your own, say because your BP is now stable, you stop. At what stage do you also now stop medication? Going for the gradual pull out, do you ever get to a stage where you don't take medication again? Or do you now suffer from when a doctor has hastily put you on medication when you are not supposed to be on medication? Of course, you told us that the effect of exercise, daily or whatever, but I also want to request what type of exercise and what is the routine, because there are some people who have gotten into exercise freaks, and they have had to have BP related and of course cardiac arrest. About 2-3 days ago, Olympic gold medalist in badminton, 37-year-old, was an Olympic gold medalist in 2008 and all that, died suddenly while playing. I'll need that specifically for some friends who are currently preparing for Olympics and international level. Lastly, you said whether we are black or white, it affects blacks more than the white. Am I black or am I white?
You are black. Africa will do that. Okay, yes. I think just one more, if not, they provide that. I think we can take answers now. Yes, answers, responses.
Question is, have you ever seen a case of chronic hypertension that goes completely after medication, or is it possible? Please, if I'm saying it right, you let me know. And can BP suddenly get high? In medicine, we are taught to say nothing is impossible. Never say impossible. For chronic hypertension, very rare, because when you say chronic, it means it's been there for a long time. However, for those who are very compliant and have been taking their medications over a while, and they get controlled by either both non-medication means and medication means, after a long while, you could become normal. And that is because whatever you are doing is helping to maintain it at that particular level. So you can get normal after a while. However, we have also seen that when you withdraw the medications and the person becomes, like when you are hypertensive, we don't just jump into medications first. If I come for the first time and you are hypertensive, it is said that you check your BP about 3 times at 3 different occasions. because there are some immediate factors that can shoot your BP up. Like I said the other time, white coat hypertension. So in that case, you give the person some time, tell the person to check at home. However, there are some particular level I will see, whether it is the first time or not, I must intervene, because at those levels, it could cause stroke. For instance, I am seeing 180, 120. I won't let you know whether it's the first time I'm seeing it. I must intervene. So yes, over a while, you are the one that will judge yourself, because if you withdraw it, there are times you have told some patients to hold on medications. This is because the BP is going lower than expected, and they are beginning to have some symptoms of hypertension. You tell the patient to stop, and then sometimes the patient just stays like that. It's not impossible. Now, is it possible for somebody's BP to just shoot up suddenly? Yes. There are many reasons, stress, anxiety, that has direct influence on your BP. You could shoot up at that particular time. There are some things that will just affect even your thoughts and all that. And your BP shoots up. Doesn't mean you are hypertensive. That's why we give you for checks at different times, morning and evening, at home and in the hospital, to diagnose you. So one check is not enough to say you're hypertensive. So yes, your BP can shoot up at the same time, at a particular time, and goes back to normal, and you are not hypertensive. At what stage is palpitation linked with hypertension? Yes, no. It could occur on its own. It could occur in line with hypertension. This is because palpitation means your heart beating fast. Your heart is beating fast. And there are many factors that can make your heart beat fast. From stress, from anxiety, from taking of drugs, from sudden fears. Some people add some on caffeine. Those who take coffee a lot, you will discover that after a time, caffeinated coffee, you will begin to have palpitation. That is not connected with hypertension. It's occurring on its own. If you stop, it will stop. Then there are other heart conditions that could also give you palpitations. For those who are asthmatics, for instance, they are salbutamol. It could increase your heart rate, which we call your heart rate, which is palpitation. Once you stop that medication, palpitation stops. That person does not have hypertension. However, if you have an underlying ailment that is giving you a continuous palpitation, making the heart beat fast continuously without intervention, it could affect your blood pressure eventually. Systolic 130/58. Is it normal or is it possible? It could be normal for that particular person. Like I said, hypertension is grade 1 hypertension starts from 140/90. If you have a diastolic of 58 or systolic of 130, I won't intervene. You are still in pre-hypertensive phase. Now, for those who are athletics, you will see that some people have lower values of BP, and they are normal. There are sometimes you see 90/60, and the person is normal, functioning very well. There's nothing wrong with that. That is the person's normal BP. Now, that is why it's good for you to check your BP normally. If at the first time I check my BP and I see that it's 90/60, I check again it's 90/60, then I won't bother. That is my normal BP. Like I said, there are some people, the average 120/80. These are those figures they are taking over thousands of people and they get the average. It could be lower, or it could be immediately after. You are still not hypertensive. So 130 systolic still falls within your normal. 58 diastolic is still within normal age. However, you could have some isolated systolic hypertension. Diastolic is normal. Systolic is going up. The person is still hypertensive. Why are we not grade 130 hypertension is because if you remember when I was classifying, I put 130 in pre-hypertensive state. So you're not hypertensive state, but yet you still need to wash out. Because only your systolic can shoot up and your diastolic is still normal. You person is still hypertensive. For instance, if I get a systolic of 140 or 50 and a diastolic of 58 and 60, you're still hypertensive. Whichever of these goes up beyond the normal, you are hypertensive because they are a representation of something in the heart. Either at the time the heart is contracting or at the time the heart is relaxing. So if the pressure is high at the time it's active or contracting, which is the systolic, if it's too high at that point, you are still hypertensive. If it's at the time the heart is supposed to be relaxing and the pressure is high, which is the bottom part, you are still hypertensive. The two just describe the heart as different phases. Genotype AA and malaria, how they are related. We need more researchers. However, I will just quickly tell you that if you have malaria, your BP can shoot up. Not because malaria shoots BP up, but because you are stressed. Your body is undergoing an ailment. Like I said, when the body passes through some abnormal states, stress, some people can have malaria and they will collapse and faint. Some people who have malaria, they are walking around. It doesn't mean that malaria causes BP directly. Indirectly, if you are stressed over a while, it would cause, but it's not malaria causing BP or malaria giving you resistance to AA giving you resistance to malaria. Those are just like myths or things people say, and over time people agree. Some people will tell you that yellow people behave this way, short people they get, I don't know how they are related, but over time people just accept those things. But we in medicine say they are myths, they are not facts. At what stage do you go on medication? Now, like I said earlier, we don't rush into giving medication. First, if I've established the fact that you are hypertensive, that means you have been checked at various times, at least 3 times, both at home and in the hospital, and all values are elevated persistently. The first thing to do is to start with the patient on lifestyle adjustments. Like I said, by the time I'm seeing your BP up, I'm asking you to do a couple of investigations. I want to rule out the fact if there are secondary causes of this hypertension. So I want to check your kidneys. I'll do a kidney function test. I'll tell you to do an EU creatinine. I'll also tell you to do your LFT, your lipid profile, to see if your cholesterol is high. Then I'll also check whether your urine. I'll check all those. It will give me a picture of what is happening. Then I tell you, go and do lifestyle adjustments, especially if it is in mild form. Stop, reduce your salt, do exercise, 30 minutes workout, 3 times a week. Then I give you a short appointment. After you have reduced your salt, you are doing regular exercises, you are trying to burn down your weight, obesity, all those things that I said are the modifiable risk factors. I'll send you, okay, but why I keep a close check on your BP. Now, having done all this, we have seen that some people come back and their BP is normal with just this adjustment in your lifestyle changes. You don't need to place such persons on BP drugs. You just give the person short appointments. If I give you come back in a week or in 2 weeks, and I come back, I saw 149 at the time I saw you, and I'm seeing 130, 80 something. I won't give you hypertensive drugs. I will tell you to keep doing those exercises. If your cholesterol is high, I'll place you on while I monitor your BP closely. However, if I check your BP and it's very high, I will intervene. Having at the back of my mind that you will still do all those modified lifestyle changes. Because I don't want to take a risk. And today, we have what we call the medical legal petitions and issues. Patients are getting aware. A patient comes and says, I have a stroke. And what happened? I don't know. And I didn't see that doctor that day. The doctor checked my BP. He just said it can go. And he said it's really high. I not do anything. How will you see the doctor? You either call the doctor a quack or his negligence. And today some lawyers are looking for work. Sorry, sister, I really want that. So, the doctor to Sister Joy and said, "What you have to watch out what you was like that I will make you on Ghana." And the petition, then the level the Nigerian Medical Association will back up to. If it's pure negligence, you can show you are here for it. That is why I said I won't let you go. So if I place that person on that medication, I will tell you, come back in a week, let's see. If I come back in a week, somebody that was 150, 100, and it's normal, I can tell you to go home. It does not mean that because you start that medication, you have started it, you cannot remove it if it was wrongly diagnosed. Should we continue in? Is it better to continue in the wrong life that made a mistake, or correct yourself and pass the right pattern? So depending on at what level you are at. I hope I'm able to answer that question. Can you stop your medication? No. You cannot stop your medication by yourself. Like we said, let your doctor be the judge. As you will come to hospital, they will check your BP. They've seen a particular pattern it's been going on. And like I said, those drugs are meant to maintain your pressure at a particular level. It is those drugs that God Almighty, but those drugs doing that work of maintaining it. So once you see it as normal, don't think that the problem has been solved. Then I need to stop. If you stop, after a while, the effect of the drug wears off. The pressure will start building again. So that is why we say don't stop your BP medication. We can adjust it to suit you. Then don't stop. Because once you stop, what you are doing that after a while, it shoots up. And this time it's shooting up. The second time, it may just shoot up so high that it doesn't even give you a second chance to even see the doctor. It cannot shoot up so high. It's like a negative feedback. The body has been used to this drug that is maintaining it at this level. And you withdraw it, withdrawal syndrome. Suddenly, freedom. When this thing when they tie it, I know they get, it goes up. And you can just get to a level where it ruptures the artery. But you know the other drugs, so I can't also stop my drug. The doctor is a drug. So most times, doctor won't take it. They can reduce it to the barest minimum to keep it there. If you are on 20 milligrams like seriously, they can bring it to 10. If they bring it to 10 and they see that it's still low, they'll bring it to 5. Or sometimes tell you to take 5 every other day so that it maintains it, but not total withdrawal. Suffering from instability of medication, I think I've answered that answer. What kind of exercise should one do, considering the fact that there's an athlete who dropped and died? Well, the truth is that you don't just jump at doing exercises, especially if you have not been doing before. You will need to gradually graduate to a level that your heart can take. Now, if you have not been doing exercise before and you just start a rigorous exercise, you can collapse and die. This is because the heart is used to pumping at a particular level. And you just jump up, enthusiastic. Hey, they say we should do exercise, that's why we have to do 1 hour exercise. You have to not start pumping, and you have to just start to get tired. And you can just stop. So you will be your judge. If, for instance, you can start with 5 skips. Once your heart starts beating in a way and you are not comfortable, you stop. You could see that somebody will gradually graduate from doing 5 skips to 1,000 skips over a time. Then to jump from 5 skips to 1,000, you can collapse and die because the rate you are pushing the heart to pump, the heart will not be able to meet up. And you go bless you. No stop. We are continuing as you want first to be on with your life. I think that is what happened. Then for those sudden death, though an athlete, yes, you said the person has been doing exercises, he's been doing exercises, and sudden death. Sudden death can happen from not just hypertension. There are different causes. Anything that would affect the heart. Probably that person may have an underlying ailment that has not been diagnosed. He looks physically fit. He can exercise, yes. But there's something else that they've not seen. And it just pops up at that time, coincidentally, when he was putting his heart to do so much work. Bam. He collapsed and he dies. But probably it could even happen outside that time, there will be hot. But you know, he's already doing an exercise. Demanding the heart to do a particular work. And there are other electrical activities of the heart too. Like not hypertension. That one do EEG. Maybe there is an electrical problem with the heart. The way at which the electric current flows through the heart that also affects it. If there is an intrinsic problem, there is something we call cardiomyopathy. There are heart problems that the cause are not even known. So there are times we ignore some things even. You will see some person, there's an athlete is doing well, and something having chest experience. And not you. You continue doing it. The heart wants the body, just that sometimes we don't really stay. You want to push. This is the happen. Some people say, strong man, they die. You will see that thing. Your body is trying to tell you, relax. Your body is trying to tell you, collapse. Your body is trying to tell you, I can't go further. You are pushing the body beyond what the body can take. Sometimes that will happen. So, except an autopsy is done on those kind of persons, you may not be able to tell the exact cause of their death. But there are other causes of such stuff outside hypertension. Thank you.
Yes, in fact, it had already occurred to me that we must hear Mr. Andy just before she speaks. Both of us who watch football were aware of Erickson, the 29-year-old footballer who collapsed on the field. The Danish footballer Erickson collapsed. Where in case he didn't die because of quick, intervention. So it can happen to anybody. Yes, he started in long-term practitioner.
Okay, thank you very much. I thank God Almighty and His Son Jesus Christ for this day, and thank my dear Sister Sarah, Dr. Sarah. Thank you very much. You almost touched every area. I want to talk about sudden death. There are other things that can cause sudden death. There are what we call deep venous thrombosis. Clots. If you may not know you have it can dislodge and block the vessel that supplies blood to the heart. You just stay there. It's not only hypertension that can cause sudden death. There are other things. And again, there are so many practices we do. We think we are doing charity. You are hypertensive, they know you, and you are on a particular medication. You see your sister, and now came to you, they say my blood pressure dey high. Now you want to do charity. You say, yes, me too, I'm on hypertensive drug. You can come and take this. Don't do it, please. Don't do it. Don't do it. In the hospital, when you come, we do a lot of investigation and put the correct medication for you for the cause of your own hypertension. Please don't do it. It's your sister. The only thing you will tell that person, go and report to the hospital. If she says there is no money, if God blesses you, you give her money to do that, or you call another person to help you, to give her money to go and see doctor, so that she will get her correct medication. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dele. We are coming to the end now. But just to say that everybody should take the health check seriously. If you recall, we proposed this health talk 2-3 years ago after October died. That's where we said we will have this effort. But things kept moving, we were never able to do it. Just the way we proposed this Singles Forum. It was supposed to be yesterday, but somehow it's still taught. So by the grace of God, we will work it out, we will do it. The youth leader came to ask me, why did we do it? So sorry, we apologize. We will get back to the drawing board. We'll do something about it. But also to say that in Africa, we have a way of finding our health status. We don't want to tell the next person, say, look at what I have, because of superstition. There are people around that can advise you if you are having some symptoms that you don't understand. Mentioning to somebody there's a health personnel around us. If there's a senior person, you can mention, they can advise you. Then, we lost a colleague of mine about 3-4 weeks ago. Why? He was hypertensive. And he never believed in Western medication. After he died, the wife said, if you go to a starting age, their goal is as high as this from the ground. He fainted in Owerri in December. Admitted for about 2 weeks, they decided to take to Lagos. He went on with normal life. He said if Angelina comes, this alcohol is good for hypertension to buy it. If Paul comes, you know, it just went what. So on a Saturday, right on campus, he was saying, please do this for me. That's how it was that. Compared to health center to look, ICU, within 7 days, it was gone. So, those herbs, the Chinese have been able to document their almost scientific. Our Western doctors here will not prescribe Chinese products. But the Chinese have been able to document they have shops in London where they sell their products, their herbal products. There's our own here, Efiri, Victorine, what are their names? If we have not been able to scientifically recommend, take 2 bitter cola, she talked about 2 bananas. You are now saying, oh, take 2 bitter cola, or Efiri, this is the quantity. Or Dogoyaro, it's not been documented, it's not been well articulated in their medical terms, their medical terms. So that's the reason we cannot depend solely on those ones. Check our status all the time. At another time, perhaps, time is gone and we should close. We should also address low blood pressure. But there's somebody that is a member I talked to during the week, he said his own problem is low blood pressure. And his spirit was very low. In fact, he thought that the end of the world has come. He said he was told that yes, you can bring down BP, but you cannot raise the low blood pressure. He was started talking to him. All right, so at the time, maybe I can address that. But, this is almost 12:30. Or do we give you 2 minutes to talk about low blood pressure? Do we have the time? Or we are tired? Okay, make a statement please on low blood pressure, followed by a vote of thanks.
Okay, I will just throw a little light on low blood pressure. Unlike high blood pressure, we also have low blood pressure. And there are various causes of it. When the pressure in the heart is lower than normal, now there are a lot of symptoms that goes with it and causes. Dehydration, loss of blood can cause low blood pressure. Now you can't just see somebody, you will need to do a lot of investigations to discover what is affecting the pressure or what is causing that. So if somebody has a low blood pressure, maybe you are feeling dizzy, you feel like fainting, you are fatigued, you are sweating, those are symptoms of low blood pressure. It is advisable to go to the hospital immediately to actually pinpoint what among the many causes of low blood pressure is affecting this particular person. That would be my advice, because actually a broad thing. Just like hypertension, we will need a full lecture to discuss that so that we can appreciate it very well. Then anybody suffering from low blood pressure, because sometimes they'll tell you that it's even worse, because somebody can just collapse. Unlike hypertension, which can be there for a very long time before you start seeing something. Once your blood pressure drops, immediately you know that something is happening. That is the feeling you get when you are stooling and vomiting. That feeling you get when there's an accident or there's a cut, blood is losing and the person feels faint. You are confused, you are losing your memory. So you need immediate intervention. But pardon me to say, sir, there's something I would like to say that I think I missed out. There's something that we call resistant hypertension. I feel the need to say this. For some persons who are hypertensive, they've been compliant with their medications. Their BP is still not well controlled. They are already feeling sad and bad. I'm taking all my drugs just the way the doctor wants me to take it. But yes, the BP is not controlled. It's called resistant hypertension. So sometimes one may be quick to judge. This person had a stroke because he's not taking his medication. This person had a condition because he's not taking it. It's not always the case. There are sometimes we have what is called resistant hypertension. Even with 4 medications, the body is not responding to reducing blood pressure. Such persons should not be discovered. You need to get to the hospital. They will need to do an elaborate investigation. Probably there's a certain ailment that is coexisting in the body that you need to take care of so that your medications will work properly for you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I'm sure we have had a wonderful time, haven't we? Yes. This is an FOCO free of charge. When you invite the resource person to come and give a talk, when you invite the resource person to come and give a talk, when I go and talk like this, I know I'm not available. When I can talk with communication, I talk for 2 hours. So we are not paying her. It's just a round of applause we are giving to her. And then God will bless her. And then Sister Mary too. And Sister Mary has been like a doctor to many members. When she was in Luke, if you remember, she was very resourceful to members. A round of applause for Sister Mary. In fact, when she was leaving Luke, some of us were not happy. But of course, you have to move on in life. We thank God. So it's not my duty to do the vote of thanks, but goodwill in Yam will do the vote of thanks. So back to you.
Thank you very much, Chairman. No doubt we have enjoyed ourselves.